100 and something a month, and I didn't want to commit to something like that.
Something I never do is try to compete on price. So at this point, I know the best thing I could do is just stack as much value as humanly possible. Competing on price is just a race to the bottom. Try to give more value. And I'm also seeing this website is not that good.
So yeah, man, this ranges anywhere from like $1,500 to $5,000 per month.
Per month?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so here you saw him go, okay, wow. And you could tell it's way more than he expected. And that is perfect. That is what I want. I want him to be like, okay, wow, this guy's expensive. But also what this does is it price anchors me super high. Now, when I pitch him a $4,000 website, it doesn't seem so expensive now, does it?
By the way, this is a one-page website, right? Look, there's only one page. You own it, and that's it. So it's $4,000. That's the price one time.
Could we do 1,000 now?
Sure. So what we can do is, so you want to divide it up to 4 months?
Yeah.
Cool. So it'll be 1,000 for 4 months, then you own it completely.
Super simple, right? No objections. Okay, sure. Can we do 1,000 now? That's because I handled each objection and every part and every step of this process. Literally went from paying $150 per month for a website to now paying $4,000 for a website. All right, so back by popular demand here, another sales call recording. This one was a website sale for $4,000, and it actually went pretty smoothly. It happened pretty quickly. This is the entire sales call right here. I think I actually closed him around like the 13th or 14th minute mark. So we're gonna outline exactly how I did it. Now, before we get started, I will mention that I did speak to this client once before. So this is actually my second call with him. So I had one demo call and I did not close him. I could tell he was not a good fit for ads. And so I tried to sell him a new website, GoHighLevel SaaS, and he wasn't biting. No worries. I have an automatic nurture sequence. So everyone that books a call with me, they keep getting SMS messages and emails, not in a spammy way, but we just follow up here and there. The first week, the first month, the first few months, and we just keep following up at least once a month. He keeps getting emails and more proof and case studies and a whole bunch of stuff. I have templates for all this stuff. And so this call came in from one of those emails. And he kept seeing all of my content. He kept seeing the stuff that I was sending to him, and then he rebooked a call and he closed on this call. So let's go ahead and dive in and we can take a look at how this went.
Can you see and hear me okay?
Yes.
Perfect. So I can hear you, I just can't see you.
So one thing I do on every single call is I really try to make sure the client or the potential client turns on their camera. Some people try to join without the camera and whatever. Honestly, even if they're in a car, I still tell them, hey, just turn it on so this feels like a conversation. I want this to feel as close as possible to real life, especially in my niche, in my industry. These people are more traditional, and so it ends up really benefiting both of us if we feel like we're in person, connecting and talking and seeing each other's facial expressions and that kind of stuff.
There we go.
Perfect. All right, man. How are you?
I'm good, man.
That's good. Yeah, we spoke while I was waiting on here. I looked through some of our texts. We spoke in April, actually, so quite a bit ago.
Oh, it was in April, huh?
I have it written down here on the 20th, April 20th. We talked quite a bit of time, but I'm happy to hear you're growing, man. Because last time we talked, you were doing 3 to 4. You're doing 4 to 5 now.
Yes, sir.
Dude, amazing. What's changed? Talk to me about your growth.
A lot of it's word of mouth. Menard stepped up their game a good bit. And then I got this website going, and the website's been great. I've been getting 1 or 2 leads off of it a month.
Okay, nice, man. What's the website link? Let me look it up while you're telling me all this stuff.
All right, so first, as a normal demo call, we always start by finding out the current situation of where the client is at and where they want to go. And in this situation, you can see me probing. And again, I'm just trying to understand this client. And you can see how informal it is here, right? I'm like, hey man, that's amazing. Like, I'm super excited for you. Tell me about your success. Tell me about what you've done so far. Tell me about what's working. Because when we first talked, he was smaller than he is now. So I want to learn a little bit more about that, see what's working. And then I want to see what motivated him to actually book this call with me.
Because I got away from 411 locals, remember?
Yeah, good for you. So let me share my screen. And all right, can you see my screen okay?
I can.
This is your website?
Yes, sir.
Nice, man. And so you hired another company to do this?
UENI.
It's interesting. So you hired this company to do your website, but you're managing it yourself?
I am because at the time, I was in a transitional phase. I brought on a guy that was going to be a partner, and he ended up squandering a bunch of money out of the business account. And it caused me to bounce a couple of checks to my vendors. So I had to go into protect mode. And in the process of doing so, I got new checks, new cards, new everything, and took him off of the accounts. I had forgotten, not intentionally, but I had forgotten about UENI, and they reached out to me, and I got it set back up. But when I did, they had changed, their prices went up. And I didn't want to, I was going to have to deal with the third party and blah, blah, blah. And I didn't want to deal with all the racket. I didn't.
Got it, man. Got it. And so how much did you initially pay for the website? What was the initial agreement that you had with them?
Oh,
All right, so now we're starting to get some pain here as far as what he's discontent with, what he doesn't like. And I can already start telling that it has to do with price, which is not the greatest thing, right? Because we're not cheap, and it seems like he's discontent with some like partnership deal or whatever. But anyways, I have a gut feeling at this point that the issue is price, and that's what I'm going towards.
I'm paying them $29 a month, I believe it is.
For the domain?
For the domain, yeah.
Okay. $29 a month. And so what about the website, to keep the website up?
That's all I pay is $29 a month.
Oh, so you pay, okay, so basically you pay $30 a month and you have access to this whole website. And so what's the new agreement, the one that you said is too much?
The new agreement is they will manage the search engine optimization, and there was some other stuff that they were throwing in there that I didn't understand because I'm not an electronic genius. But it was going to up my monthly from 29 to 100 and something a month, and I didn't want to commit to something like that.
So at this point, even the new price is still like way below what our packages are. Something I never do is try to compete on price. So at this point, I know the best thing I could do is just stack as much value as humanly possible. Competing on price is just a race to the bottom. I don't do it. Try to give more value, see what other pains he has, see what he doesn't like. And I'm also seeing this website is not that good. It's like a 1 or 2 or 3 page website. I'm scrolling through, I'm going through the different pages while he's talking. And my goal here at this point is to stack on so much value that he sees that, okay, actually this is more expensive, but it's 10 times more worth it.
Not right.
Got it. So
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
I was just saying, so I think last time we spoke, you were doing Home Advisor and you were paying about $800 a month for Home Advisor, right?
I was.
Got it. You still doing that?
No.
Okay. How come?
I'd say probably the last dozen leads I got from them were modest way to put that. I really don't.
So something about his background that's interesting is he did used to spend $800 a month on Home Advisor, which is like a lead service, a lead company. So I know that he's comfortable spending money on leads. It just was not working out for him, which is a good sign and a green flag.
6 of them I called. And 6 of them I called, and they said they didn't know what I was talking about. So,
You operate in Cheyenne, Wyoming?
I will go to Cheyenne. That is a 2.5 hour drive for me.
Oh, wow. Wow. You're in Douglas, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it. So pretty small town.
I'm licensed in Rollins as well.
Got it. So what are you hoping?
All right, so at this point, what I'm doing here is I'm trying to look up additional services that I might provide, and that's why I'm on Google, right? We're talking about websites, and now the question is, why am I Googling him and this and that? I want to see how many reviews he has. I want to see how he ranks on the Google My Business. I want to find other pain points that I can now stack as value way before I ever go into my price and that kind of
For us to do together.
Yeah.
This is an insanely good question that most people don't ask. What are you hoping that we can do together? He booked this call in my calendar. He's upset that he's paying like $120 a month or something crazy low. That is way below my cheapest package. And the thing I'm doing now is, yes, I'm trying to find his pain, but I also want to see what he wants. And for some reason, people don't think to ask this, which is, hey, what are you hoping that we do together? What can I help you with? What do you want? What do you need? And just asking that question. And here, he's going to go in and tell me.
If I could get, if it's the quality leads that you referred to in your last text you sent me, as well as that video you have on Facebook, if it's those quality leads, if I could get 3 of those a month.
So again, he's talking about that last text I sent him. Again, I'm not sending any text messages. Those are our automatic SMS messages that automatically follow up with every single call that I have. Whether it's, if someone doesn't close, they're going to get text from me every so often, just following up and being like, hey, hope you're doing well. Nothing too salesy and pushy. Again, we're just building relationships, and that's what I'm doing with the automatic text messages.
You see, it's crazy because I feel like so many people like to just overcomplicate sales so much and give you all these objection handling techniques and this and that, and you have to go through this script. As you see here in the video, I don't really have a script. I have a direction in which I'm taking the conversation, but really it's just asking good questions and being a good listener and being a good problem solver. This is key. If you could just do this and let the client come to their own conclusions in a direction that is best for them, then it's really not that complicated, right? It's pretty simple. Also, if you're wondering how I even got this guy on a sales call, I mentioned this briefly earlier, but inside of my agency sub account on GoHighLevel, everyone that books a call on my calendar, both a demo and an intro call, they get automatic SMS messages and email campaigns that send out to them. I have all this pre-built, so every single client that automatically books a call, even if they don't close, they're going to be getting these follow-up messages, right? With links to my calendar, with links to resources, with links to tools that they can use where I can genuinely give them value. If you want all of this stuff, if you want this stuff implemented in your business, you can just copy and paste my systems. You can copy and paste my emails, my agency website, my agency follow-up emails on sales calls that you have, and just import it into your account. It is extremely simple. This is fine-tuned after years and years of research and after years of just running this business and seeing what works, A/B testing different things. You're gonna get literally everything that I have used to scale my agency, quit my job, grow it full time, and then scale it even beyond what I thought I was going to do. And also move to different countries and travel full time. I actually sold all of my stuff. Now I travel full time. I'm sitting on my rooftop here in Mexico before going over to Colombia, and I'm growing this business as I do it. So if you want that, there's gonna be a link down below to a free course that you can sign up to, and also a link to a free 30-day trial on GoHighLevel. If you go inside the free course, you can learn a bunch of stuff about how I run my company, about how I offer my services. And then once you sign up to GoHighLevel using that free 30-day trial link, you will get access to the free course on not only outreach scripts and how I get meetings, but how I follow up with meetings, sales training, way more sales call recordings, and a whole bunch of other stuff, as well as Q&As where you can just ask me questions. Hey, I got this objection. Hey, I'm dealing with this. How would you handle it? How would you help? And I could support you along your journey. Everything is free. You need this software anyways, GoHighLevel. And at least when you sign up with me, you get access to all the bonuses. If you're already on GoHighLevel, you can still upgrade your account using my link. So I hope you're enjoying this video. Let's get back into it.
Now, I realize you're not going to close everything, so you actually got to go to more leads than that. I understand the numbers, how that works out. But if I could close 3 quality leads from you per month, and those are decent sized projects.
Yep.
That would take my business to the next level.
Got it. And then you could cancel all the other lead gens, all the other like websites that you have, like the home advisors, all that.
I've already canceled all that stuff. I'm not
Right.
doing that no more.
So yeah, I think last time we spoke about your website a bit more, right? Because the lead program that we have, I can't remember exactly why, but for some reason we decided it wasn't a good fit. And that's why we spoke a little bit about your website. I think that's how the call concluded, because I have in my notes that you were interested in having a website done, right? Yeah, man. So for our lead program, I can go through that and show you how that works again and some of the updates that we made. But I will say the price on that to land an extra 2, 3, 4 projects per month. Let me share my screen again so I could show you at least this.
Okay, so now he wants to talk about the lead program, which is the Facebook ads program. It mixed with our funnels and surveys and all that stuff. He wants new leads. And I know that this is going to be way too expensive for him. If he's complaining about $120, he's not going to be paying right $2,000, $3,000 per month for leads. Now he was paying $800, still that's way less. However, he did ask about it, and I'm diving into proof. Whenever somebody asks me about something, I want to refresh his mind. Hey, look at these case studies. By the way, this is like on average what we're doing before I dive into price. Now, if you are newer, then you can just go through the demo presentation once again. But on the first call, the demo that I did, I don't want to redo it. At this point, I would rather just tell him like a price range and see how he freaks out. I don't want to spend my time with someone that is unqualified. So for example, what I'm doing here is just showing him some case studies, and then I'll just give him a price and kind of briefly describe how it works. But normally in the past, what I've done is just go through the same presentation to try to resell him.
So for us to, I can't remember, did I show you these case studies last time?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, so we have clients that are already doing an extra 3 to 4. We send them an extra 3 to 4 sales per month that average between 25 to 35,000. I have Monty here who basically sold 3 remodel jobs in the first month of working together. By the way, if you flip your phone so it's like sideways, you might be able to see this a little bit more clearly as I'm showing it. Is that better?
Yep.
Cool. So yeah, man, this ranges anywhere from like $1,500 to $5,000 per month.
Per month?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think that's why we decided that the lead program wasn't a good fit. Because when I Googled you, I think you had some negative reviews that I was going to help you out with.
Right.
Right. And so that was my initial plan with you was, hey, why don't we fix your Google reviews? We'll get this website up and running. I was going to build your brand new website because you didn't have one. And then from there, if in the future you wanted us to send you leads and stuff, you can jump on this program.
Okay.
Yeah, man. For our website, we do websites a little bit differently. I don't like to charge people $100, $200 a month for websites. I like to just build it one.
Okay, so here you saw him go, okay, wow. And you could tell it's like way more than he expected. And that is perfect. That is what I want. I want him to be like, okay, wow, this guy's expensive. But also what this does is it price anchors me super high. So now anything else I sell him, like GoHighLevel SaaS, like a new website, it now comes off as cheaper and it's not so bad. And that's why I always like leading with the Facebook ad stuff, because even if they're not a good fit, I'll still tell them about that. So they see my actual, that I charge other clients, and then they see the price that I'm giving them, and it seems way better.
Time, you just pay for it one time and you keep it for the rest of your life.
Okay.
So that way.
Okay, so also here, I know that my website is way more expensive than what he's currently paying. And so I realized the biggest thing that I can push on is the fact that it's not a monthly payment. He pays for the website one time and then it is his. So right now he's paying like $100 and something per month, 120 or so per month. And there's no way I can beat that. None of my services are that cheap. In fact, minimum is going to be $3. However, he's paying for it monthly. And if I can just show him that if he pays for it one time, it's better than paying for it monthly, this might work.
This new company wants you to spend what, 150 you said a month?
Yeah.
Okay, 150 a month. Let's times that by 12. So basically you're spending $1,800 a year for this website right now, right?
Yep.
How long do you plan on keeping this website for?
10 to 15 years.
10 to 15 years. Okay. times.
This right here is key, right? Spending $150 per month for the website. Our website prices are way more than that, right? I'm talking $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. In fact, now it ranges between $4,000 to $6,000. But I know that there's nothing I can give him for $150. And so now I ask him this key question of how long do you plan on keeping this website? And then I know that I can be the best salesperson in the freaking world. You can be Wolf of Wall Street. You can sell him emotionally, but if it does not make sense logically, he's just not going to go from spending $150 to $4,000 on a website. I need to somehow make the numbers make sense in his mind. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. And in fact, this question is amazing. How long do you keep on keeping this website? And I think you guys know where I'm going.
Let's do low end. You gave me 10 to 15. We'll do low end, right? So 10. So basically, you're gonna, over the course of your life, you're going to be spending $18,000 on this website, right?
Yep.
Okay, so notice, see, I now have this new number. It's no longer a $150 website. No, you're spending $18,000 for this website because you plan on keeping it for 10 years. You understand that? And I get him to acknowledge that, and I get him to confirm that he understands how much money he's going to be spending.
And that's on the low end. High end is 15 years. And let's take a look at that. So that's $27,000 on the high end.
Right. That's $27,000 on this website that you're spending. That's like a 3-page website. Now, when I pitch him a $4,000 website, it doesn't seem so expensive now, does it?
By the way, this is a 1-page website, right? Look, there's only 1 page. You click on anything here and it just scrolls down. Hold on. Oh, looks like you have a news page. So you have additional pages here. But for the most part, I took a look and all this stuff is on one.
So everything I also say is to get him to acknowledge that he understands what I'm saying. If you just vomit this information on him and you just tell him, oh, it's going to be this and then that, and then ours is this much, ours is that much, and also this is a 1-page site, you have, after each thing that you talk about, get him to say, yes, I understand. Like I tell him, hey, you know this is a 1-page website, right? Yep. Oh, okay, looks like there's another page on here. You know about these articles, right? Boom. And in that way, he's always following, and I understand that he's following every step of the way. And if he doesn't understand something or he has a question, instead of bringing it up at the end as an objection, he's going to give it to me right now as I go, and I can solve each objection as soon as it comes up.
Page. So you have a 2 or 3-page website, right? And it's costing you anywhere from $1,000 to $27,000, right, over the course of your life. What I'd like to do is build you a website that has 5 to 10 different pages. Okay, 10, 15 maybe, depends. As you can see on my website, this is how I like to structure things. Right now, when you go to your website, man, I mean, your phone number, look how small it is, right? It's super small, it's hard to see. There's no real offer. It doesn't even say, okay, so it says right here, 10 to 20% off, request a free consultation. That's not really a call to, I like to structure things like this, where they can see previous results.
All right, so now I'm going into the actual value of the new website. Before, I didn't talk about, by the way, our websites are so great and this and that. Like, I didn't sell anything yet as far as web design. I'm just understanding his current situation, and I'm price anchoring how much he's actually going to be spending on this site. And now I'm going to go into actual value on stuff that he can even improve, right? Hey, your phone number is super tiny. Why is it that small?
They can see case studies, they can schedule a free call, and yeah, so this is my website, and so as you can see, this is how I structure.
And this works super well, right? I feel like some people, they think they need 10 different website samples and examples to show clients. I don't even do that. Now, I do have that. I do have a portfolio I can show him, but I'm just showing him my agency site, and that's it. If you don't have an agency site, then just import one. You can go into, take a GoHighLevel template, import one, just put some content on it, and you'll be good to go.
Sure did. And it does quite well. Is that something you'd be interested in? Is upgrading this and also having it be cheaper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, right there. Another key question. I hope you guys are picking up on like the very small questions that I'm asking, but they're super important. Hey, by the way, so does this sound interesting? Do you even want what I'm telling you about? Because if he says no, I'm not going to continue. I'm gonna keep probing. I want him to understand the value here, and that's a great question. I always ask him.
Cool. So our websites, like I said, it's one time. You pay it one time. You can pay it, and then it's just yours 100%. you own it, and that's it. So it's 4,000. That's the price one time instead of the 18,000 or 27,000. We won't need to update it and all this stuff. We'll just build it for you one time. We can divide up the payments into a couple months if you'd like, and then you own it fully and you don't pay us anything else.
Could we do 1,000 now?
Sure. So what we can do is, so you want to divide it up to 4 months?
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, so it'll be 1,000 for 4 months, and then you own it completely. The only thing that you have to pay for, I'm going to set you up.
Super simple, right? No objections. Okay, sure. Can we do 1,000 now? That's because I handled each objection and every part and every step of this process.
With your own account, but this domain that you have, you're going to have to pay $12 a year or something similar, or maybe it's $12 a month. It depends on which package you want. I'll run you through those, but it's like super simple. You just go right to the hosting. I remove the middleman, and I'll just give you like the cheapest possible pricing. It's $5 a month or something on hosting the website after that. Is that fair enough? Cool. So getting started, super simple, man. All I need is just your card details. We'll build 1,000 now, and then have your new website ready for you in 4 weeks.
4
All right, let me stop that video right there. So here he is giving us the credit card information. We'll build 1,000, and then it's 1,000 every single month for 4 months. So literally went from paying $150 per month for a website. It's now paying $4,000 for a website. However, if you look at the course of 10 years, course of 15 years, which is what he told me how long he keeps it, he wants to keep it for, it's going to be way cheaper. And that is the truth. It is going to be way cheaper. And so that's the beauty of it. So I hope this all made sense. It was a pretty easy close because of the direction that I led him through the entire call. Again, I didn't tell him he needs something. Throughout this entire call, he realized it on his own. I just identified his pains. I asked the right questions, and it led to a close. But of course, initially, we got on this phone because of like an email or SMS campaign that was automatic. And this is something, for some reason, I think a lot of marketing agencies or lead gen agencies, they don't do this on their own company, right? You're selling SMS campaigns and emails and everything to your clients, and you must follow up with your leads, yet they never do the same thing. Do you have a system in place? So every time you get on a demo, look, getting a demo call is the hardest part of this process, right? To get new demo calls, new potential clients to hear you out. So why aren't you maximizing that? I have a follow-up campaign that goes out to everyone that ever speaks with me, whether it's an intro call or a demo call. They're getting SMS messages and emails. Of course, they can opt out at any point, but I am sending them messages. I'm sending them case studies. I'm sending them value, right? I'm sending them a PDF on this. I'm sending them additional resources that they can use within their business, and I'm just being present. That's all. And I'm just building a relationship. You can see how laid back this is. And I'm just like, hey man, dude, that's amazing. Like, you're growing your company. Honestly, even if we didn't move forward today, that's still cool. He's going to still keep getting SMS and emails from my agency. And I'll just be excited that he grew. And that's it, right? Super simple. And then maybe we do the third call. And I'm like, dude, you've been growing. Like, this is awesome. And this does happen. I'll jump on a sales call again with someone a year later, right? 2 years later. And then they're ready. And again, it's not like I'm manually sitting here following up. This is all automatic. You just schedule it once, right? Just sit down for a couple hours and just write up a couple different things, schedule it, and boom, now you can get appointments from past leads and past customers.